a meme. Men before a bath, like a gorilla. After a bath, they look like some kind of goody two-shoes, Japanese wet dream from World War II. Before a bath, another anime fake bitch. And then after, she looks like some sort of Cantonese person, does she not? With the wide nose. Now, let me introduce you. I don't think this is funny because this is part of the goody two-shoes New World Order. That's trying to get rid of the Cantonese. If I haven't already told you about Walk with Yan, with Stephen Yan from Vancouver in the early 80s, this is the real Chinese. This is the Hong Kong, look at how cute he is. The Hong Kong Chinese, or the Guangdong province, like these kind of Chinese people are what really represents the real Chinese culture, not the mainlanders. Sorry, but you mainlanders have already destroyed your culture a million times over with Mao. Like, you don't have a China anymore. The only Chinese is with these dudes. But what's going on now is they are trying to get rid of or make fun of the images. Look at all the fans that he had. But this is the real image of a cool Chinese, okay? This is the image of the bad guys. I'm sorry to say it, but someone has to. Someone has to. Like, who's going to do it if I don't do it? Because I know what I'm talking about. So I'm kind of sick of this because the goody two-shoes New World Order that tries to look perfect. There's nothing in life that's perfect. They're even trying to say that Bruce Lee was arrogant and stuff like that. Like, this is extremely satanic and subtle. Satan, the Lucifer, Lilith, what are you, Leviathan? What are you? So I heard that they're going to take out the Cantonese speaking. And in fact, someone I know in Hong Kong told me in 10 years, the children are not going to speak, and no one's going to speak Cantonese anymore, which is the straightforward language, the fun language. And in fact, they want to get rid of it because they call it, some people call it happy talk, because when you hear Cantonese speaking, they all sound happy. What the hell is wrong with that, by the way? What's wrong with being happy? Actually, it's an extremely powerful language. If you look at even the days of the week, Sunday is day 1, day 2, day 3. So it is an excellent, straightforward language, but the bad guys can't hack it because it's extremely difficult to master. You cannot master that language as an outsider. And in fact, you probably got laughed at. Like when the British were trying to say Cantonese, it was like a smirk or whatever. My point is, we're undergoing a genocide right now. Right now, there is a genocide of the Cantonese people. And do not underestimate the power of these images. Like I said, Walk with Yan, Stephen Yan, he's showing you some pictures, but I want to show you what he is like, how lighthearted, no sweat. This is actually all the Chinese that were depicted in the really good characters, the kind of laid back, the Bruce Lees, or even a Night of the Iguana, the guy who said, no sweat embodies the philosopher of the East. It's about no sweat, and all his sayings were like, and the fortune cookies, okay? So it's been taken over by the mainland Chinese, which is the second wave of Chinese. Now, I'm telling you, these people are deadly, okay? And it's not their fault. I keep arguing with people, in a sense, don't blame them. You can't hate them because they've gone through trauma of murder, okay? Murdering their own people, murdering themselves. So they have a conscience, there's something wrong, but the worldwide, they have to address it. Maybe with a book called Trauma is the Healer, where a woman actually went and met the guy who murdered her mother. This is how deep and dark we have to get through this black hole. Otherwise, we cannot build on the sand of destroying the Hong Kong Chinese just because they never ended up with the communist China until 1997. It's too late, fuckers. We're here. We've already laid the groundwork. You're not going to take it back, goody two-shoes. You're not going to take this world and turn it into a goody two-shoes Shen Yun bullshit, 5,000 years of history where you can do, like, your claim to fame is doing the split and backbends. No, your claim to fame should be the wisdom of people like Stephen Yan. So I don't want to see these kind of stupid jokes where you're depicting these faces, because that's almost like a very caricature of a typical Cantonese older lady. And what's this? Give me a break. Unrealistic. Walt Disney, wet dream. Bye-bye.